neighbors, I'm Allison and you're watching Neighborly News Network. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and share the channel out with your friends. Today is St. Patrick's Day and you might be down in Maguires right now for their big downtown Senoia St. Patrick's Day celebration. Check it out.
Are we recording?
Yes, I am. So today we are here at Maguires Irish Pub in downtown Senoia with Mr. Frank. So tell us a little bit about Maguires.
It will be our 18th St. Patrick's Day. We were one of the first restaurants to come into Senoia. It's a family-run business. My wife is involved. All three of my children have worked here. My brother's worked here. My dad's worked here. Our family recipes are part of the restaurant. We like to support the community, get involved in charities.
So tell us a little bit about your St. Patrick's Day event.
When St. Patrick's Day falls really drives what we're doing. So this year it falls on a Monday, which makes it kind of weird. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day on St. Patrick's Day. We don't do it on another day, mainly because we opened on St. Patrick's Day. So it's a dual event. It's our birthday as a restaurant, and it's also the celebration of St. Patrick. And yes, we will have events all this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, inside the restaurant. And then we have outside activities starting on Monday at noon. We have two bands, Brian Rivers Band at 2, and then we have Seven Nations, which is an Irish rock band at 5:30 going on the stage. We have a Stein holding contest, the Senoia Stepettes. So yeah, we have a bunch of stuff going on.
I know y'all get a lot of people here, every St. Patrick's Day. If you had to take an estimate, how many people would you say?
So interestingly enough, when we first opened up March 17th in 2008, our family all put a number in a hat to guess how many people we would do. And we put in like 300, 200, 500. And then when we got to the end of the day, we actually did 980 people came through the restaurant on that day, our very first day of operation. And nobody came close to estimating that. Today, every St. Patrick's Day, we usually average somewhere between 200 and 2,500 people come through the doors. We open doors at 8, we go all the way 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So we'll do 2,500 people through the doors that day. And then we have another 2,000 to 3,000 people that'll be outside for the outside event. This year, we're trying something new. We're actually doing it on CV Street in front of the restaurant. So we're putting our stage at the top of CV Street facing down in front of the restaurant, and then we'll have our beer trailer and food trucks down a little further down CV Street. So it's going to feel like a big block party right in the middle of town. The nice thing is that it now frees up the entire parking lot behind the restaurant for people to park at.
Yeah, I wonder where all those people do park.
All over town. There's the Senoia Historic Society usually has golf cart people roaming around, giving people rides.
Sounds so much fun.
Lisa Kelly, who used to be part of Celtic Women, she has a dance studio in the area. Her dancers will be in the restaurant at 6 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday to dance. Her and her husband have an Irish dance company in Peachtree City that teach kids from 3 years old all the way up. Then on Monday, they'll bring in probably all of the kids, the little kids all the way up to the big kids to dance out on the street.
Well, if she ever wants to come on the show and talk about her studio, she's always welcome. I'm always looking for businesses.
Yeah.
Or, just anything. I always say anything and everything is welcome on Neighborly News Network. Is there anything else that you want to tell the viewers?
Everybody asks if we're going to decorate the pub and get all, no, we're an Irish pub every day. So we serve corned beef and cabbage every day, Reubens every day, fish and chips, chicken pot pie, cottage pie. So come on down and have fun.
This is the place to be on St. Patrick's Day. So if you're watching this right now and 7 o'clock on a Monday and you want somewhere to go, you need to make sure that you come here to Maguires. We just want to thank you so much for being on our show today.
No problem. It's my pleasure. Now for some upcoming events.
On March 21st, the Noonan Square will be having their Spring Art Walk from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Also, on March 20th, I'll be attending the ribbon cutting ceremony at the Chamber in Noonan for Chatty Noonan Woman, my girl Renee. I hope to see y'all there. And on March 28th, there will be a spring fundraiser gala, Denim and Diamond. There will be a spring fundraiser gala, Denim and Diamonds at Brooks. Do you have an upcoming event that you want to share? Just send an email to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com so we can share your event and film your event and feature it in an upcoming video. For this week's Business of the Week, we have Miss Kathy here with Baker Bag Company here in downtown Noonan. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for taking the time to be with me. Where we are, Jackson Street, which is in front of the courthouse, turns into LaGrange Street.
Tell us a little bit about your store.
Well, this store is my heart. It's my happy place. It was founded on serving the community apart from all the fashion. I always liked nice stuff and I always liked dressing things up. So I decided to try bags. And what a world that was, looking at all the different types of bags and looking at what people wear and what people like. And I love color. So I don't have too many black or brown bags. I have hot pink and bright orange and blues and silvers and the colors that really would pop and really dress up what you're wearing.
Well, I love that dress.
Thank you.
You look great.
20 years old.
So where are you from?
I am from Trinidad, which is 3 miles outside of Venezuela in the Caribbean.
Oh, so how long have you been here?
In Noonan, I've been here since 2008, but I've been in the U.S. since 1999. So I have been in Noonan since October of 2022, but I moved from East Broad to LaGrange Street in January of 2024.
So do you sell anything else other than bags?
Yes, so I have found that it was necessary to accessorize when you buy your bag. So I have some fashion jewelry. I have some sunglasses. I sell watches. I sell some wedding accessories. I sell dresses, hats. I sell beautiful scarves that could be doubled as a shawl. So you'll find a little bit of everything and you'll find that you could easily match the bag with an accessory in the store.
This is a really cute place.
Thank you. I will say that I'm very proud that City of Noonan last year incorporated a company to find all the businesses in the area that they'd like to document. They only had 7 that they could pick from the 100 and some businesses in downtown Noonan. And believe it or not, we were one of the 7.
Oh, wow,
and
nice.
Considering that we haven't been here as long as many of the others, I was very proud to be chosen and to be interviewed. Margie did the interview with me, and it was so nice to share what we do in downtown Noonan. And I will say that this store, we also do a lot of community service in the store. So we collect stuff for the domestic violence shelter, which is very dear to all of us. We play bingo the last week of the month. We do Bible study. We do things so that we can give back to the community. And a lot of times we'd have gatherings where we just make a big spread of food and say, come on over and enjoy the evening with us. Yeah. So, and we take part in every single Main Street Noonan event that we can, just so that we can get to meet our community.
I'm always looking for a Christian place. I'll type in Christian stores in near me. And I never could find one. So when I came in here, I was like,
so that's good. That we need to do something ensure that people are aware that they can get Christian-based gifts here and Christian-based items. And we even have some bracelets that are made by someone in the community, and they're beautifully made, but they have that Christian endorsement on there.
So is there anything else that you'd like to tell the viewers?
Just come to Baker Bag Company because we are a destination store. We are also part of the TripAdvisor location list. So come on over so that we can serve you and give you that union hospitality.
Thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Some of you might remember when I talked about the mess in Turin. Okay, moving on. Meanwhile, in Turin, did I mention Turin yet? If you know, you know. This specific footage is taken where a roundabout used to be. I used to always say this roundabout is so small for such a busy area. It was a pretty busy area to have such a tiny roundabout. They have now destroyed that roundabout. They might be making a bigger one, maybe like the ones on 92 in Fayetteville. As of right now, the area is a mess. If you are going into Turin, just prepare for traffic, so be careful and be safe. I can't wait to see the finished product. Here's how it looks today. They are making great progress. Although the traffic is still crazy, it looks like the finished roundabout is going to be nice, big, and much needed. Now we have a very special guest star. Today we are teaming up with I Heart Coweta, so please welcome Margie. This week we have a special guest star, Miss Margie with I Heart Coweta.
Hi, everybody.
So thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Oh, we have some big plans. I think we're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, we are. Tell us a little bit about I Heart Coweta.
Okay, originally I started a podcast called Connecting Hearts Network, and I ran it on the radio locally and then put it out on the podcast. And it got where it was spreading and becoming more about women's stories. I do a ministry called Her Journey, which is for women that's in domestic violence and abuse. So we were pulling out more women's stories to share. And I'm like, okay, we need something local. So I decided to launch I Heart Coweta.
So how long have you been doing it?
Well, we started it last spring. Kinda. If you go look, you will see social media with people holding I Heart Coweta signs all over the place because I hit every festival and everything under the sun. When I was on the radio, I had a schedule and I had to keep it. So there weren't new episodes coming out towards the end of the year, so we've picked it back up this year.
So what is I Heart Coweta all about?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that because it's kind of like Neighborly News Network. We wanted to focus on local businesses and local activities and local people and good news because we have way too much bad news out there. I want to run it like a referral network, and that's what I started doing last year is having people, I'd put on Chatty, give me your favorite chiropractor, and then I took who got the most votes and I went and spoke to that chiropractor. And so I want to do it kind of like a referral network, so we have our own Angie's List for I Heart Coweta. We may do an I Heart Fayette if you and I are working together because we're going to hit Fayette up too. And that's why I think we'll do good together because we are both wanting to celebrate people and highlight Coweta and Fayette.
Are you familiar with Fayette at all?
I am. I've been around here a long time. I've had a couple of jobs over in Fayette, so I'm getting more familiar with it.
Well, how long have you lived in Coweta County?
Since 1992. And when I moved here, it was country. I came from Atlanta, then Cobb County. And I got here and I went to drive to work one day and I saw a fox and a turkey and a deer. And I'm like, where in God's desert have I moved to? Now I want to move further out in the country because we've grown too much.
I've grown up in Fayette and just moved to Coweta in Senoia. I'm trying to say Senoia, but I still say Senoia. Senoia is, for locals, and I'm a local now, so I'm trying to say Senoia. But yeah, I've been in Coweta for like a year.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a good mix. We meet in the middle on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've lived in Fayette or Peachtree City really my whole life. Went to kindergarten all the way through high school, then moved to Fayetteville in 2012. And then I was in Fayetteville pretty much up until last year.
Wow, that's a long time. I grew up in downtown Atlanta, and when my kids got old enough to go to school, we moved to Cobb County, which did have really good schools at that point. That was a long time ago. And then we ended up moving down here for family reasons. And now All of them except my current husband have moved away, and I'm the only one still in Coweta. The one that I moved to get out of Atlanta, as soon as he got old enough, he moved back to Atlanta. And my daughter, when she got ready to start a family, moved down to Pine Mountain. So I kind of called him my city mouse and my country mouse. And then my stepson has always kind of had a base from his mama down in LaGrange.
Okay.
But, and so he's my redneck mouse.
Yeah.
Just know, Allison, when we met before, there was a connection there, and I really like the spirit that you're doing behind this, and I can't wait to get you on the podcast and start asking you some questions about you, because I do think some of our ideas mesh well, and we're going to work well together. So we are planning to work well together. We're planning on me doing some segments for her, and she's going to come on the podcast, and so we're going to do some cross promotions with I Heart Coweta and Neighborly News Network. I've been practicing it because I wasn't getting it right. Neighborly Network
News Network.
Okay. I'll get it. So you are going to see us out on the streets. There's no telling where we'll show up. So when you see her with a camera and me with a microphone, you say, "Wait, me, come get me." I'll be on. Yeah. So we will give you your 15 seconds of fame without a problem.
I'm still new to this, and I'm just still trying to break out of my...
Basically, she means I'm not afraid to get out there and get in your face and talk to you.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. I think it's going to be great.
I do too.
If you want to find, you know her YouTube station, you can find this on there. You need to hit subscribe. We're going to be cross-sharing a bunch of things. I have some lovely sponsors that are going to start sharing for us, and we want to get subscribers up so that we can not depend on nationwide stuff, but we can come local and share what we know with each other about things. I think that's going to be great. And then for I Heart Coweta, it's iheartcoweta.com. I Heart Coweta on all the social media. Yes, I'm a little bit behind on it, but I've got somebody in the background helping me catch up on it all. So check it out and listen to previous episodes of both.
And definitely check out I Heart Coweta and catch me on there also.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And the viewers of Neighborly News Network will definitely be seeing you in the future.
Thank you for having me.
I had such a great time at Baker Bag Company in Noonan, meeting with Miss Kathy and Miss Margie. Definitely make sure that you go check that place out. Last week's poll, the winner was actually added to the poll later on, so it wasn't one of the original options, but it was Senoia Raceway, and I'm currently going to be trying to get them to be coming on one of the future episodes, and I'm really excited about that. There's not going to be a poll this week, but I do have a great idea for a contest. Send in a picture of your Jeep with your ducks, and let's see whose Jeep has the most ducks. Send in your picture of your Jeep with your ducks to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com, and I will feature it on the next episode of Neighborly News Network. Coming up next week, we have a variety of special guests, a look into Noonan history, and of course, so much more. Do you have a March birthday and want a shout out in the next video? Or come on the show as a birthday guest star? Just send an email to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com. Are you the next business of the week? Or do you have a nonprofit organization that you want to share? Or maybe you have an event, news, or a story to share. Maybe you want to come on the show as a special guest star. All you have to do is join the Facebook group or send an email. If you have any shots of our communities that you want to share, just send it to neighborlynewsnetwork@gmail.com so we can show your picture on the next episode. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share with your friends. Neighborly News Network, every Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.